So George Williams is president of Boca Bookkeeping, and he wants you to improve your cash flow, increase your profits, and have fun. And when the profits are increasing, I'm guessing you're going to have a lot of fun. George Williams of Boca Bookkeeping, welcome to Radio for Small Business.
Well, thank you. It's a great and a privilege to be here.
Tell us a little bit about what you guys do at Boca Bookkeeping. I know it's not just bookkeeping, so why don't you break it down about all the services that you provide?
Sure. Well, we create value for small business owners, and we do that by deploying both accounting services, business solutions, and consulting for the small business owner. We help them improve their profits, their process, as well as quite often people, training, and process.
So when it comes to the value itself, and that's major, a lot of business owners try to go into business and do it alone. What are some of the key areas that you can help a business owner when they first come to you?
Well, very often we really try to understand what their plan or vision for their business is. Where are they going? How do they get there? And how do we put in performance metrics and measurements and to track and understand if they're getting where they want to go?
So, and you guys are not just bookkeeping. If you're doing all that, you're, I'm guessing, more of a CFO, almost an outsourced executive, so to speak. Am I in the ballpark here?
Yes, we do provide outsourced CFO and controller services. So we can become the accounting department for our clients, which includes from CFO all the way down to bookkeeping needs, as well as business planning and business solutions like CRM, customer relationship management tools and processes.
So that's actually quite a bit. When a client comes to you and says, I think I need some accounting services, I think I need some bookkeeping services, what types of things do you suggest that they already have in place so that you can be of the most benefit to them?
Well, we have clients that come to us with little to no accounting system, and they're startup mode. So they may very well need some business planning support and a accounting process and system to help them get started. And then we have clients who come who have been using, let's say, QuickBooks and need it refined or improved or upgraded, or they may need some training, or they may just want to outsource that process to us, and we help them manage through that.
Wow. In QuickBooks, I've actually had a subscription to QuickBooks 4 years now, and I think I may have made 5 entries into this thing in 4 years. Okay.
Okay.
I'd probably be that guy. I think my accounting system is have the receipts go to an email box and we'll look at it at the end of the year. I hate to say it, but do some of your clients come and say, hey, can you just help me get this thing automated so that I don't have to think about it?
Yes. With today's tools and technology, the bookkeeping and the accounting process is much improved from days in the past, such that it becomes easier to understand results, easier to get headlights on where you're going, and understand where you've been.
Now, putting the headlights on where you're going, is this including some things like financial statements, cash flow statements, or is it just trying to make sure you're not going broke?
Well, the core statements are the profit and loss, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement. And certainly it is important to understand that just because you're making a profit does not mean you have cash. Inventory consumes cash. A lot of times, a lot of processes and receivables and payables consume and are uses of cash, etc. So very often it's important to recognize that a large percentage of the businesses that go out of business are in fact profitable, but they run out of cash.
Wow.
So cash management is king in the accounting realm and the business realm.
Wow, I never would have guessed that. So although on paper they're making a profit, if they're not bringing in the cash, I guess from the customers and things like that, you face that cash crunch and you can't open the doors on Monday. Is that right?
If you can't meet payroll, you're in a world of hurt.
That's a much simpler way to put it. So can we talk about some war stories, maybe some stuff you've seen in your experience that people should have come to you years earlier, some bad things that may have happened where you can tell us as a warning?
Well, very often I work with businesses that are in transition or business owners that want to transition their business in a few years. When I say transition, that might be sell the business, exit strategy, or what have you. By keeping a sound quality business process in the accounting aspect of your company, you present yourself as in a much better light to a prospective buyer because they're all looking for arguments and reasons to discount the value of your business. But if your books are clean and you have several years of very clean books and very clear track record, it becomes they see that there's value there. They see that there's process there. And that can mean quite often millions of dollars in that selling transaction for the business owner.
And I was going to ask you about that, some of the value that accounting services or bookkeeping would add during the business sale process. Literally, what are some instances that you've seen where somebody didn't use accounting services and could have gotten a much higher price for if they had simply contacted a professional?
Well, in business transactions and sales, if the accounting records are not crisp, or if they're in a shoebox, or if it's just the person's tax records, the buyer is going to discount the value, and he does discount the value. And quite frankly, it's too late then to try to improve things. And you can try to rationalize it, but there are steps the business owner can take, just like when you're selling a house, to improve the value of your home. There are definitely steps to take when you're trying to sell your business in a few years, and you can improve the value of your business from an accounting perspective.
That's pretty awesome. So maybe why don't you give us a couple of tips that new business owners or existing business owners or business owners looking to transition, what are some things they can do to get ready to come to someone like you and say, hey, I need your help?
Well, managing and owning a business is very challenging for a business owner. Their focus is best utilized on the customer, on the client, and on the product and or services that they are delivering. They should keep an outward focus toward their client, toward their marketplace. They should let the back office part be something that they source to a professional to manage and to run and control. It often sounds so easy just to use QuickBooks, and it's so simple. Accounting can be complex, and accounting is very important in the viability of the business. And if you get down the road and you're not accounting for things properly, it can be very expensive to correct that, rectify that, not to mention understand how your business is performing through time.
So, spoken true words of wisdom. You got to make sure you check out George Williams with Boca Bookkeeping. How can listeners get more information about Boca Bookkeeping?
One of a couple ways. They can go to our website, www.bocabookkeeping.com. There's videos, there's information on our services and products. The other is give us a call. Our number is 561-392-3301. We look forward to speaking with you in terms of how we can create value with you for your business.
Awesome. George Williams, president of BocaBookkeeping.com. Thanks for your time on Radio for Small Business.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.